What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Mad About Football here. Today I'm going to be discussing Gabriel Magalhaes and the Arsenal transfer targets that Arsenal do have for this transfer summer, and how these targets can help improve Arsenal and what it looks like for Arsenal going forward. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so Arsenal have signed Gabriel Magalhaes. And the thing is, we have to understand this is that we had probably signed him probably about a week ago, um, but due to different reasons, newspapers and such were just coming up with different things saying Man United has really bid for him. The thing is, no one really knows. Like, it seems that Man United did have interest in him, but whether or not they actually put a late bid in, we don't know if it's true or not. It doesn't really matter. Ultimately he's chosen Arsenal, and that's what's important. Now, the thing is, when we were linked to Gabriel, I did look at his videos. Of course, I didn't know about him before. I never did. Just like other players. But I did watch him after that, after Arsenal were linked to him, and looked at the videos and some of his games in the Champions League. If you want, to be honest, if you want to really see what he's like in games, it's better to just not just watch compilations of him. But what I like to do is I would go on YouTube, for example, and then I'll type in Gabriel Magalhaes versus a certain team. So what you do is you literally see his match performance against a certain team. So it's not necessarily a compilation of tackles and stuff like that. It's you actually watching what he does and all that kind of stuff. And over the time watching him, I realized that this guy is pretty good. He doesn't rush in. He's pretty strong player. He's fast as well. He's got a bit of pace for a centre back, which is really good. And he's very good at heading and such. But I'll just read you the stats right now of what this guy is like. So, tackle success in La Liga: 70% tackle success. First, he's the first in tackle success. So he's very good tackler. As you can see, if you watch him, you can realize he's very good. He's always very good at getting the ball at the right time. 2 clearances, 78 clearances this season. Second again. Second in this instance, sorry. Duel success, 67%. First in duel successes, so he's likely to win the duels, headers and such. Was exactly what Arsenal need in terms of that sort of thing. Passes first again, which is good. You wanted a centre back who's playing out from the back. You need that sort of. That's the sort of centre backs that we have in this day and age in football. Let's be honest. So in terms of that, that's great. That's what we need. And aerial success, 65%. First again. So he's pretty much first in every criteria except clearances. You know what I'm saying? Which I think clearances is probably second to someone like Thiago Silva or someone, who knows. But first in everything else, with this pretty decent centre backs in the French league, Ligue 1. So in terms of stats and everything, he sounds like he's going to be a good player. And also watching him, I realized this guy is going to be he's a good player. He's a good prospect. Definitely, he's 22 years old, right? We've already got William Saliba, who is I must say William Saliba is very, very quick. He's a very quick player, centre half. If you watch him, you realize he's quick, and he also makes the right tackles. There's no, in terms of defenders, yeah. I'm for Arsenal. The defenders that I want Arsenal to avoid are the defenders that are good at certain things like aerial duels and tackling and stuff, but they're very rashy. I'll give you an example. Diego Carlos for Sevilla. You sort of hear his name everywhere. Diego Carlos, 68 million release clause and all that. But then against Wolves in the Europa League, against Wolves, against Manchester United, and against Inter Milan in the final, he gave away a penalty in each game. And I'm sorry, I'm not being funny, but that is exactly the centre back that Arsenal do not need in their team. We don't need it. We don't need a centre back who's going to be giving away penalties like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may be great at clearing the ball, and commanding the box, but you're giving away penalties because you're excited. No, that's exactly what Arsenal do not need. You know what I'm saying? And I've always said, even with David Luiz is not a bad defender. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have good defenders around him. He's not even a bad defender. The thing is, what is the point of having David Luiz, right? Who, is he's liable to give that sort of performance where he may get a penalty, for example, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he might, next season, he might those things will may shorten and not be as severe as they were this season to us. But say you have David Luiz, right, who has that sort of tendency. Why get another centre back who has a history of doing that stuff like that? I don't care if he's Brazilian, if Diego Carlos is Brazilian. If he's come here and he's that sort of rushy guy, then there's no point, because why do you need two David Luiz's type? You know what I'm saying? In terms of penalties, conceding penalties, that's exactly what you don't need. You don't need to be shooting yourself in the foot. You need guys that can defend, are quick, so that when you play a high line, you're not worrying about yourself in the behind, and can do the basics and can pass as well. That's exactly what you need. And also, I realized Diego Carlos is 27 years old. Because at first, I have to be honest with you guys, I thought Diego Carlos was 21 or 22, because I was like, the mistakes he was making, it was like, yeah, you would expect that from someone who's 21, 22, but then it's kind of like, okay, in a few years, you probably iron all that out. He's 27, and he's making those sort of, you cannot be doing that in 3 consecutive games. That doesn't make sense to be doing that, and I'm glad that we went this direction, and I think, I'm not sure if the media were trying to pull something, or the newspapers or what, trying to get Arsenal fans scared or whatnot, in terms of saying, oh, Man United have come in for a late bid. It doesn't make sense. It just shows that Man United, if they did actually come in for a late bid, it just means that Man United have no plan to their transfers strategy. Because why are you coming in late to sign a player where you never came in from the beginning? Why are you coming in late when he's close to agreeing a deal to another player? It doesn't make sense for you to come now. It doesn't make sense. It means that you have no plan. Who did you identify as who do you want to buy? Because are you just gonna go for players that, Arsenal want Partey, so Arsenal have agreed a deal with Atletico Madrid for Partey, so let's go inside too, because we'll probably get him because we're in the Champions League, so we're gonna get him. But is Partey part of your plans in the beginning of your transfer window? Is that is he part of your plan going forward of what you're trying to do, what you're trying to build at Manchester United? And that's the key. The thing with Arsenal is, let me tell you something, in terms of Gabriel, we know he's a good player, so hopefully he'll be brilliant. But the thing with Thomas Partey, for example, being a target, Thomas Partey is Arsenal's number 1 target. This is a fact. He is Arsenal's number 1 target. This is the player that Arsenal have wanted since last summer. And he being Arsenal's number 1, that tells you a lot about what the plan of what the coach wants. Because Unai Emery wanted him, even though I hated Emery. I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't like him. But Arteta's coming, and Arteta's also saying that, mate, this is the guy I need. That tells you something. So from the beginning of the transfer window, Arsenal saying this is our number 1 target. That tells you a lot. Not where Everton have bidded for his release clause, so let's also go in for him. So when he comes, where he's gonna play. This is the problem that Man United try. If they really did try to go for Gabriel, they try to do, because it's like, okay, you got Gabriel. If you did get Gabriel, for example, where are you gonna play him? What's your plan for him? You just get in him because there's no other defenders out there, so let's go get him. Last season, you spent 8 million on a ship. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't realize till now you spent 80 million on a ship. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, let's get on it. So right. So what I'm happy about is the fact that this Gabriel saga is coming to an end. Hopefully medical soon, and we'll get it done. Now, Thomas Partey being added to Arsenal would be immense. Honestly, I have to say, him and Gabriel and plus Willian. I'm very happy about the Willian signing, by the way. But Partey would change Arsenal's midfield ridiculously. Honestly, strength, power, pace. He can pass. He can dribble. He can do all of those things. He can literally sit with. You can sit with Xhaka, but I feel like if you have Partey, you probably don't even need Xhaka to start. Xhaka can be on the bench, come on, whenever to close games out and help out, that sort of thing. And obviously, if Arsenal potentially get Houssem Aouar in the team with Thomas Partey, Aouar, and Dani Ceballos, for example, that is a midfield. That is a midfield. That is a proper midfield. I'm telling you guys, because you can either play Ceballos as the 8 or Aouar as the 8. Personally, I'll probably have Aouar as the 8 and let Ceballos and Partey bring the ball out and sort of thing. That would be perfect. These sort of players would change the dynamics at Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? And it's the funny thing is, even without Arsenal having money from the jump, in terms of a lot of money to just spend, like Chelsea have because of the transfer ban, and now they don't have it, so they can spend money. In terms of outgoings, Arsenal can actually get these deals done, because you've got Torreira, You've got Socrates, you've got Mustafi, you've got Guendouzi as well. 4 players, for example. Well, Kolasinac needs to go and he needs to get out because he's ridiculously dead. He's so dead. I can't stand it. But anyway, you know, Guendouzi you can probably use as part of the Aouar deal. Apparently, Edu is really close to. Well, of course he's close to him. Juninho. He's Leon's, I believe, director or something like that. But he's constantly on the phone to him, and I think they want that. You know, Arsenal interested basically, and obviously if we can get the Guendouzi deal part of it, Guendouzi is also 21. Technically, you know, it should be like a Guendouzi plus 20 million or something like that. Can get that deal done. So that's something that is possible. We don't know yet, but it's something that could be possible. You know, that's how the Aouar deal can be done. Dani Ceballos is a loan, so that can happen. Even Coutinho is a loan as well, so the loan deals can happen. But you know, if we don't get Coutinho and we get Aouar and Partey next, I think that's a brilliant summer. Coutinho would be like, you got these good and would just give us a great asset. In fact, if bringing Coutinho in as well as those two would be a ridiculous summer. The funny thing is, it's very possible for that to happen because Coutinho is a loan deal. It's not something that you need to go and buy. And Aouar is possible because you can offer them Guendouzi as part of the deal. Guendouzi is worth 40 million because he's got so much talent. Well, Guendouzi being it, he's a good player. Listen, Guendouzi has talent. I can tell you, I'll tell you this for free. Guendouzi has talent, but I have honestly never liked him. I have not liked him at all since he came to Arsenal. I've watched him play, and it seems like for me, I'd rather prefer him to be molded into a number 10 than be a centre mid because he's got no defensive awareness, does not look around him, does not know what is going on around him. That we look so exposed when he plays. If you look at last season, especially under Unai Emery, most of the games that Arsenal didn't play well with was because he started instead of Torreira. When Guendouzi started, even the season before that we should have made top 4 and won the Europa League when we didn't, was the games that we didn't do well, especially in the last like 7-6 games that we just lost a lot of them, was because he was starting Guendouzi in those games. The guy's not good enough. You know, and don't even get me started with guys like Joe Willock and that. Joe Willock is just, I don't want to go there right now because anyway, so effectively these type of guys, Coutinho, Aouar, can make a difference. But essentially, let's stick with Partey and Aouar would be brilliant signings for Arsenal, in my opinion, especially with this. For me, with that, Arsenal are ready for top 4, no doubt. You know, including the fact that Arteta's going to have new tactics and such. But anyway, it is what it is. That's my opinion, guys. I'll bring you some more news soon and some more opinions on such things. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is my first video in a while. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. You know how it goes. I'm out. Peace.